Hello, it's Thursday, June 15th, and we're doing a little maintenance on the bus. And I had suspected it was about time to clean out the water heater. And oh my gosh, there's so much crud in it. It's unbelievable. And the anode is gone. So I'll show you what the new one looks like here in a little bit. But we got started on this because it looks like we got a small leak on the inside. And I wanted to do all this at once. I should have started recording this in the beginning. But the amount of crud in here is just unbelievable. This is just a little bit of it. The whole hole right there was like completely plugged when I took this out. The hole was only the size of the little end piece here. Let me show you on the inside of the bus what's going on. This streak is new. I always had a little bit of a thing going on down here at the bottom one. So I decided let's fix these. So while we're at it, we're going to do the drain the water heater like I said a minute ago. So I bought this. It's a little spray nozzle with a tube on it, which is, you know, it was reasonably priced, so I just went ahead and bought it. This is specifically for cleaning out your RV water heaters. It allows you to squirt water up in the heater all the way up in there so the crud can come out the hole at the other end. And there's the anode rod I got. It's magnesium with a stainless steel core, which sounds cool. It does specify that this is for a particular type of water. Where is it? Let me find that. Okay, right here on the back. If your magnesium anode rod does not last for 1 year, switch to an aluminum anode rod. And there's the part number. Magnesium rods react faster and are best suited for soft water. So I probably should use the aluminum one, but I don't know. We got this, we're going to put it in, and we're going to be a little bit more diligent in the future to do the maintenance on this. So before I got started doing anything here, I turned off the water heater, and on my bus, it's just by unplugging this 12-volt power supply plug, which if you've seen my other videos, this is a 220-volt plug. It makes an excellent connect-disconnect, and you can't accidentally plug this into the 120-volt outlet, and you can't accidentally plug a 120-volt plug into the 220-volt outlet. So I use these exclusively all over the bus, my RV that is, for 12 volts. And the one that looks a little bit like a plus sign down there, that's positive, and that's negative, and I don't even use the ground. So little sidebar there. So we disconnected the power because we don't want that thing coming off. We've shut off the water supply, and I've turned on the shower with the hose hanging all the way down. So this is now my low point. And I opened up my kitchen valves to let air in so the water lines can drain out that way. Interestingly, we didn't really get that much out the shower doing this. There was still lots of water left in this. But all that being said, now we're going to do some disconnects here. Check out my other videos for the hack that I used for connecting PEX 3/8. My RV is entirely 3/8 PEX. That's all you need. You don't even need to use 1/2 inch. With the DOT air brake 1/2 inch fittings. They're almost exactly the same size, and it allows every connection to act like a union. So the next order of operation is I'm going to need to put a towel down here, and we're going to take out all these fittings, unscrew these. I've got some internal pipe wrenches so we can get those nipples out of there. Piece of cake. All right, so here's some of the tools I've got. These are the internal pipe wrenches. And the way they work is this thing's on an eccentric. You see how it expands when it rotates around. So you put this on the inside of the pipe and wiggle it around till it catches, and then when you keep turning, it expands and it bites on the inside of the pipe. So you could take out a close nipple without hurting the threads. I believe this is the one we need for the 1/2" nipple that we're using. So I've got the internal pipe wrenches. I've got just some regular end wrenches, and so far that's what I've used in here. I used the 1" and put it on the T, and you put another wrench in the opening to turn this. I'm starting with the bottom one first because it looked like the ends cleared and I could rotate fully. The one in the top, I needed to size up. Yeah, I guess I can unscrew that one as well, so that'll be good. We're getting kind of saturated here on this towel, so let me bring that out. So I don't know if this showed up a minute ago, but this has been leaking for a while, and I've been reluctant to get started on this project because we were on the road. And anyway, today seems like a good day to work on it. But the only thing I think is that anode rod got ate up, and we started getting corrosion in the threads between this brass and the steel, which that's dissimilar metals, and that's called galvanic corrosion. So hopefully, uh-oh. Did I hit that? A little bit of water dripping out of this one now. Hopefully everything's going to be fine here, but just in case the threads are messed up, I have a 1/2" pipe tap right here, so we'll be able to clean the threads with that. So here goes with the internal pipe wrench. Just find the right size. Looks like it's a 5/8. No, not 9/16, and it's not 5/8, so some kind of metric. Okay, great. I think I have a 19/32 in this set. How about that? All right, it's some kind of nasty in there. So I guess that white part is a liner? I don't know. I think I should be looking right through this thing because I got the plug out on the outside. But this thing was thoroughly screwed in there with thread sealant. And you can see on the left side of this nipple, that's the part that was up in there where it looks clean. I mean, that's where the thread sealant was. Gosh, I hope this thing is not cracked or the weld up in there is messed up. Because it does. Oh, man. Well, we're not going to know until there's some. That broke off of that little spot right there. All right, let me clean it up and see what we can see. Gosh, it might actually be the water heater itself that's leaking, not the threaded fitting. That looks real evident that it's coming out of the threads on that one. All right, let's keep going here. Well, this one looks pretty bad too, man. Well, I can't, where'd you go? I can't run the tap in there because the hole bottoms out before the tap could go all the way in. But I was able to put the tap in there until it bottomed out and kind of wiggle it around as I turned it to get the flutes of the tap to clean the threads. Gosh, I don't like the looks of this at all, man. That fitting was in there really tight. And you see all that shiny thread? To me, that's indicative that the threads were sealed and that we've got a leak coming right through the side of the metal. That's what I think is going on here. Oh gosh. So again, there's no way we can really tell what's going to happen here. I don't have any sophisticated, diagnostic equipment. So I'm gonna just clean this up as best as I can and re-dope it up. Oh yeah, let me show you this. If you look down there, you could see there's two colors. This clean area is where the thread sealer was and where the fitting went. And then back here, if you look, the threads look ate up. It's corroded back there. So I suspect that this steel doesn't like being adjacent to brass. I've already cleaned this pretty much the most that I can with this. I guess I could get a regular screwdriver and scrape this thing some more. Or maybe my Dremel, polish it up a little bit. Gosh, I'd hate to have to be buying a new water heater now. This thing wasn't cheap. Oh well, we'll see how it goes. It's either going to leak or it's not going to leak. Okay, I just got back from the hardware store and got PVC nipples. Generally not something I would really like to do because these can break and then you have a catastrophic kind of water gusher kind of situation, but I think we've got no choice. Great, because of the corrosion problem. So we're gonna give this a shot. I bought 3 just in case I screw one up. They're only $1.40 a piece, which is not bad. All right, so I'm using Director Seal number 5. Soft set is what I like. There's a true blue that's also a really good sealer. All right, so to get started, what I did already is I put a really light coat of this thread sealer in the hole to coat all the threads best I can. And kind of generally you don't want to do that too much because when you screw the nipple in, it puts a big goober on the inside as the sealant is squeezed out of the threads. You want to put the thread sealant on the fitting so as it squeezes out, it squeezes on the outside. But in this case, I think we need to do everything we can to coat that metal the best we can, because either this water heater is shot or it's on the way out. So we are done on the inside. It does need a thorough cleaning here, but tell you what I got done. I went back to the hardware store and I got some longer nipples. We had close nipples in here before, so also the plastic nipples screw in deeper because they compress as you thread them in. So that might work in our favor to get into some new threads down in there a little deeper. And we needed a little bit more space here anyway. This was a little close. So I'm real happy with how that came out. I can't check for leaks here yet because we don't have the anode installed outside. So that's what I'm going to work on next. All right, now we're going to try here at the kink in the hose. So this will blow out quite a bit of water. Yeah, look at that, huh? So I'm using well water to do this because I have an abundance of it. But as soon as I get done getting the crud out, we're going to rinse this off with some good clean city water that we've been drinking here. Yeah, look at that, man. So you'll have to watch my video on the installation of this heater. Because I was over the top meticulous on setting up how this ring fits to seal right here where the water is flowing out between the brown ring that's screwed to the outer skin of the bus here and the silver part of the water heater. Let's get this out of here. Oh, that's a lot of crud. That drain, and then we're going to give it another go. I guess it's drained enough. Let's see here. Yeah, some more crud coming out. Look at that, man. This little wand is a win. It really works well. I like that it's plastic, so I don't have to worry about hurting anything in there. Wow, big pieces coming out. All right, let's let that drain a little bit. So I got this 1.25 inch wire brush. All this I picked up on Amazon. Actually, I've had this stuff for months, just never got around. So this is specifically for this. All right, this little brush was a win, although 1.25 inches is a little on the big side. I think a 1 inch might be adequate. It was pretty tight. I don't think I even got it all the way in there, but threads are nice and clean and shiny. And had the missus turn the fresh water on. I think I should flush it out a little bit more. All right, we're all done. Here's one of the chunks that came out. There was a lot of this in there. Incredible, man. So I took the Teflon tape off. I don't like Teflon tape. And I put on the Rector seal and screwed it in. I don't have a socket, but I was able to use 2 crescent wrenches. This one went on there on the end, and then I used the other crescent wrench to turn the handle, and it worked out fine. So now we're going to go inside and turn on the water and check for leaks. And then we'll come out here and check for leaks. All right, here we go. Let's fill it up. I'm going to need to let the air out. But it really should not leak. All right, hot water is open. So we're filling up. It's going to take a minute. Let me wipe that off. A few minutes ago, found out I forgot to tighten this one. So water went everywhere when I was doing the rinsing. Still nothing but air coming out. So we're at full system pressure. And I'm not seeing anything. So we're going to put our little telltale paper towel down there. I like doing that because if you do get a leak, the towel will show you. But maybe we saved this thing. Not leaking a drop. Now we're done. And now I can say job well done.